Hey there, race fans. It's Race Day Top 5 with me, Frank 5. Happy Memorial Day Sunday to everybody out there. It's the greatest day in auto racing with the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indianapolis 500, and of course, the Coca-Cola 600, the longest race of the year. It's a great time to you to wake up to watch IndyCar, NASCAR, and Formula One all in the same day. It's a pretty big day, especially with some of the biggest races that each series competes at on the schedule. Just finished up the Monaco Grand Prix. It actually just finished moments ago. Max Verstappen winning the Monaco Grand Prix. Red Bull's now won all the races that we've ran so far this season, and the streak continues today. Max was just dominant throughout the streets. It got a little hectic at the end when it started to rain a little bit, like it currently is right now, but Max got the job done. Fernando Alonso has had a great year with Aston Martin P2, and Esteban Ocon, who really performed in qualifying yesterday in the Alpine, comes home with a third-place finish. He actually was going to start P4, but because Monaco's own Charles Leclerc and the Ferrari actually had a three-place grid penalty from impeding Lando Norris's McLaren in qualifying, he had to start P6, which is where Leclerc finished the race. P4 and P5 to both Mercedes drivers, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell. If you've followed Formula One, they had new upgrades to the car that was supposed to debut last weekend at Imola for the San Marino Grand Prix, but unfortunately, because of the floods there, and I send my best to everybody out there, through a difficult time, we were not able to run it that weekend. We might go back there eventually, but that remains to be decided through Formula One and Imola Romana to run that race at some point later this year. But the Monaco Grand Prix is done. A little more entertaining this year, I feel like, with the rain conditions at the very end. It was a little more exciting this year than in previous years. Then, of course, coming up in just a few minutes, we've got the Indianapolis 500 with the 107th running of the greatest spectacle in racing, with guys like Pato O'Ward, Marcus Ericsson, last year's winner, Joseph Newgarden, Will Power, Simon Pagenaud, Alexander Rossi, Scott Dixon, and others running to try to get their face on the Borg-Warner Trophy. And also today is the final IndyCar race in Indy 500 for IndyCar champion legend Tony Kanaan, as he will retire from IndyCar after today. Going to get one more shot at putting his face on the Borg-Warner Trophy in a fourth entry for McLaren. But of course, today is the Coca-Cola 600 race day, and I'm so excited about attending my first 600. We've got William Byron on the pole after qualifying and practice were rained out yesterday, and unfortunately rained out the Xfinity race. It'll be run tomorrow. Byron is on the pole looking to get his first Coke 600 victory in what has been a superb season. The last points race we ran was Darlington, and of course, he was the victor at that time, beating out Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott. Both those drivers start in the top 10. We've got Jimmy Johnson back in the Coke 600, and he wants to go get another one. I'm looking forward to the race, but as you can tell behind me, it's wet, and we're going to probably get an update by maybe 5, 6, 7 p.m. regarding whether or not we can get the race in late tonight, and if not, we're going to have a mid-afternoon start tomorrow. So I will be going back if it gets postponed to tomorrow, but we'll see what happens today. But right now, I'm going to head to the track and see what happens, and hopefully we have the race, and maybe we get it in, and hopefully also get to see the Doobie Brothers perform, but we'll see. But let's get to the track, folks. It's race day.
Well, we are here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Coca-Cola 600. The flags are flying. That tells you how big the wind gusts are right now. I mean, it's not like we're in the middle of a hurricane or a tsunami, but I mean, the wind is blowing, so we are just currently waiting it out. There are fans around here. It is wet. It is just a light sprinkle. It is supposed to unfortunately pick up around 5, but we shall see what happens. But at least I got here safe and sound. We're hopeful to get the race in tonight. But for the moment, let's take a stroll down Circle K Street and visit the hauler, shall we? Right here is the Toyota Racing Experience area, where you can see all the brand new 2023 Toyota brands, from cars to minivans to trucks. They've got drivers appearing here, as you see, for Ty Gibbs. They even have a little spinning wheel thing. You either see a winner or you get an extra spin. I'd like to spin, but I've got other things to do. Here we got ourselves a Coca-Cola show car representing the 5 main drivers of the Coke Racing family: Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, and Denny Suarez. And hey, this is the 25th year that Coca-Cola has been a proud sponsor of NASCAR, and it's 25 years of the Coke Racing family. Imagine that. Man, look at these lines. Everyone wants to get the Geico in the Fast Lane fan experience line, or here at the Boot Barn tent, where they have a show truck of St. Smith's Boot Barn Ford. Plus, it also sponsors Todd Gillen. But boy, these slides, they are long. Not worth my time to stand those slides. Got some of our servicemen and women here at the Speedway. Some of them representing the U.S. Army. Just cannot thank them enough for their service. We honor those that have lost their lives in the line of duty, fighting for our freedoms. They gave their lives to protect ours, so I cannot thank them enough. And here's the hauler merchandise street. We got all the race teams together, from RCR to Hendrick to Penske to Stuart Haas, everybody down here. We're gonna gaze and look at them. Right here we got Stuart Haas Racing, and of course there's Kevin Harvick, forever a champion. This is his final Coca-Cola 600, a two-time winner. Would not be shocked if he got his third win. And here we got his teammates, James Briscoe, Eric Almirola, and Ryan Freed. They actually also have the Keselowski and Butcher guys this year, but they didn't even bother to put their faces on this hauler. Come on, man. Over here we got the Team Penske hauler. And of course they're their drivers, Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and Harrison Burton of the Wood Brothers. It's nice that they still have ties with the Wood Brothers. I mean, they are, after all, in a partnership with Penske. We got ourselves the Junior Motorsports merchandise hauler for Dale Jr. and his Xfinity team with Allgaier and Brandon Jones and Sam Mayer and Josh Berry. We also got Legacy Motor Club with Noah Grakes and Eric Jones and Jimmy Johnson. It's good that they're honoring these guys, and at least they get their own hauler for Team Chevy. Cannot forget about this beauty. This is the NASCAR Classics hauler as we honor the 75 years of NASCAR as we celebrate its 75th anniversary. It's hard to believe we've been around for 3/4 of a century, but my, this is a nice hauler.
I just witnessed something really awesome with these military members doing that little sword, like their gun action thing that they do. Sometimes you see it in the pre-race of the Coca-Cola 600, but what those guys do, unbelievable. Thank you guys so much for what you do for this country. God bless you.
And here we've got the Hendrick Motorsports hauler merchandise for Kyle Larson, William Byron, and the returning Alex Bowman back at the 48 car. Now, Barry is on standby just in case Bowman can't do the entire 600 miles, but I think Bowman can handle it. Good amount of people here at the hauler of all three of these guys. And here we have the hauler of the sport's most popular driver, Chase Elliott, the 2020 Cup Series champion. It's great that he came back in the middle of April, because who knows how serious that leg injury would have been if he had been out for a little longer. He wouldn't have been able to run this race, but thankfully he's back in the car, and he's been so competitive since he came back in it. And he's been very strong the last 3 years in this race, so it wouldn't shock me to see him win this thing if we get it in tonight or at some point tomorrow. He's just really good at this track. Over here we've got the Toyota hauler for the 2311 guys of Bubba Wallace, and I know he's blocking the way, but there's Tyler Reddick somewhere in there, and you've got your Gibbs guys, your normal guys, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, and Ty Gibbs, running his first Coca-Cola 600 this weekend. I mean, at least for now, they got all the Toyota drivers on here, and they don't have to worry about their former Toyota driver having his own hauler. Over here we've got the hauler that can be either well-liked or is very polarizing. Trackhouse Racing with Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez. Our Amigo and our Melon Man. They have a good amount of stuff here, though. I give Trackhouse props. They do a great job at merchandising and marketing. And over here's the hauler for some of the other Chevy teams. Their colleague racing drivers like AJ Allmendinger or Justin Haley, Inspire Motorsports with Corey LaJoy and Ty Dillon. I actually walked by this hauler yesterday, the last time I was here Friday, and they didn't have any Ty Dillon stuff, which kind of surprises me. But yeah, at least Colleague and Inspire still selling their merch. And lastly, we've got the Retro Childress Racing hauler for the newest member of the team, Kyle Rowdy Busch, and of his teammate Austin Dillon in the Fame 3 car. And you've also got the Xfinity drivers, Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed. Creed, but it's nice to see that Kyle Busch is smiling on a hauler with a teammate alongside. First time that's happened in years, because the last few years, Kyle's had his own hauler. Now he gets to share it with someone. Rain's really coming down right now, but apparently I just saw the drum kit. I'm not sure if you guys can really see, but this is actually where the Doobie Brothers are supposed to perform. Let's hope that is still the case, even with its light rain. So I thought it was inside the track, so it's outside the track. Okay, well, I mean, at least I probably get to see them today. Might not see a race, but at least get to see some music.
Well, guys, it is past 6:30 p.m. here Sunday night, and the Coke 600 for tonight is a no-go. The race has officially been postponed to tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. And unfortunately, the Doobie Brothers performance was not able to happen due to the inclement weather. It was canceled a couple hours ago, and unfortunately was not able to see them, so it sucks, but hey, I mainly came here for the race. So we're going to have to try again tomorrow. I did get to watch the Indianapolis 500 on my phone, saw Joseph Newgarden won, and that's my boy, so I'm very happy for him after a fierce one-lap dash, passing Marcus Ericsson for the end on the last lap to win. It was a one-lap dash after 3 red flags. But I give props to IndyCar for letting them finish the race and not ending it under yellow. I think a lot of the fans would have been disappointed by that. The 400,000 attendance, they wanted to finish, and they got themselves a finish. It was awesome. So we'll get the race tomorrow. I plan to be back here for that event, and hopefully weather by no means comes to the track tomorrow, and we can get all 600 miles, 400 laps in of this race. Once again, William Byron will be on the pole, starting alongside Kevin Harvick. Once again, if you want to watch the race on television tomorrow, tune on 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. It is Memorial Day, so I assume most of you will probably have off for work or school or something like that. So I'm looking forward to the race tomorrow. Again, I plan to come back here for that. And yeah, I'm going to get out of here and head home for the rest of the night and regroup before tomorrow. So peace out, Hal. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey there, guys. Happy Memorial Day to you all. And as you can see, it's a little bit brighter out here today. As a matter of fact, the sun has peeked its face out from the sky. It's starting to clear up a little bit. We had a little early mist today. We got some laps of the Xfinity race in, but then more mist came, and that's going to be run right after we do the Cup race. So it's going to be a long Memorial Day for all these guys. But finally here, it looks like we're going to get the Coke 600 going. Let's get in there and let's get this party started, baby. Yeehaw! Going up this hill right here to gate 5B, because that's closer to where my section is. Just got to pass through and have my ticket accepted. And we are officially in, and that's the stairwell I got to take to get all the way up to the Ford section. Boy, my calf muscles are going to get a little bit of a workout, and I'll probably film by tomorrow morning. And now, folks, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. What a sight. Obviously, the jet dryers are in. Work in progress to get the track dry before we get this thing going. I know they're loud, but it's the only way to get the track completely 100% dry before we turn them loose for 600 laps, 400 miles. Being in a racetrack site, it never gets old.
Please welcome the USO's Barry Morris, Local Communications Lead. He is joined today by our Grand Marshals, original Coca-Cola Racing family members, and NASCAR legends, Jeff Burton, Dale Jarrett, and Bobby Labonte.
Woo!
This Memorial Day, the USO and Coca-Cola is proud to salute America's military service members, their families, and most importantly, those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. As we celebrate 25 years of the Coca-Cola Racing family here today, I have with us the original Coca-Cola Racing family and NASCAR legends, Jeff Burton, Dale Jarrett, and Bobby Labonte.
Woo!
We are proud to be here today in honor of those we remember in great gratitude of those currently serving our great nation as military servicemen and women. Please join me as Jeff, Jarrett, and Bobby say those 4 most famous words in motorsports. Driver, start your engines!
Woo! Great
boys. Let's get the 600-mile marathon going. It's time to go. It's time for the Coca-Cola 600. 600 miles. This is the Coca-Cola 600. Green flag, and here we go. Woo!
problems for the 43 of Aaron Jones. He got up to the top 10 at one point. It looks like they're pushing the car backwards. Looks like they're taking it to the garage. Something mechanical wise. I don't know if it's an engine, but that sucks. What that means to the U.S. Air Force car. He was flying through the field, but unfortunately, he's going to be out of contention for the 600. Time for stage 2. 34, Michael McDowell did not pit. He stays out, so this should be interesting. Time for stage number 2. Good news, the tarps are coming off, which means we're not that far until we get back on the racetrack and we resume this thing. A little rain delay, stalled the racing, but it looks like we're getting ready to turn them loose relatively soon. Let's wait for the track to dry, we'll let them get back out there and we'll turn them loose. 20 car, safety violation, pit equipment interference to the rear. Boy, they've been so stalled. We're going to see how stalled that car really is with this traffic. catch him inside of the 6-car Keselowski. But you see the car just motionless up the track and just goes around, and then he gets hit by Suarez. But how everyone else just avoided the wreck? Just incredible maneuvers by everybody else. So the top break for NASCAR's bad boy.
In the Coca-Cola 600.
Time for another restart. Hey, we got a drone camera. Now, obviously, that's for Fox. Wave hi, everybody. Before it disappears out of your face. Look at how fast that thing goes. everybody else is coming in and taking advantage of on tires.
And he's going to get more tire repair
Watch that 24 team. They got to be first left to run again. And you know what he likes to do? He likes to collect the checkered flag and point out a young fan and give him the checkered flag. This is always what he does.
Blaney's going in the crowd.
Oh, he's going into the distance. All right. All right.
Ryan Blaney up into the stands. The last time he won here in Charlotte, he gave the flag to a youngster from Wisconsin. That youngster drives a number 12 box stock out at Millbridge Speedway.
Such a likable guy, Ryan Blaney. I'm happy
back
for
down on
him.
the track. Let's catch up with our champion with Fox Sports.
That's my dad's driver, so Dad, I'm sure you're jumping up for joy. Your boy's going to the playoffs.
Tonight, it's the crown jewel. You win the Coca-Cola 600 restart to get it done.
Oh, man. Oh,
I think they like you.
yeah, I might shed a tear. Man, this has been a cool weekend. Obviously Memorial Day weekend means a lot. Growing up here watching Dad run this race for a long time. It's so cool to just be a part of it, let alone win it. And yeah, just was able to get the lead on the restart, and then just kind of, my car was so good that I could kind of bide my time a little bit, and we were able to drive off, and I was hoping no caution, just because you never know. I know we had the car to do it, but restarts would be crazy, but cannot thank Body Armor enough. It's awesome. We have their cherry lime camo car here with Operation Home Front, Menards, Advanced Auto Parts, Worth, Ford, so many other partners that do so much for us, Deck Wizard, and Dex Imaging. So, you know, you start to get to feel like you can't win anymore, and when you don't win in a while, and kind of getting hard. So, I'm just super thankful to the 12 guys for believing in me, and thank you guys for sticking around. Really appreciate it.
This week for Roger Penske on Memorial Day weekend.
Emotional champion of the Coca-Cola 600.
Wow. What a day. What a long, long day, long weekend. But finally, we got the Coca-Cola 600 in this weekend. Yes, as you can tell by my voice, it's a little bit tired. Obviously, just got home late. Long day again. But it was very, very fun. My first Coca-Cola 600 experience, despite the way it rained out yesterday. Today, it did not disappoint at all. Really good racing all day long. I just want to say, the next-gen car in the Coca-Cola 600, it's just a perfect match. We had some great racing today. I'm really impressed by all the comers and goers we had. Obviously, as the track cooled down, some of the best rose to the occasion. At the end of the day, it is Ryan Blaney that is victorious, capturing his very first Coca-Cola 600, his first crown jewel event, shall we say. He's been close a few times to winning some Daytona 500s and other big races, but he's never punched his ticket through to win one of those big races. And the dude has not won since the July night race at Daytona in 2021. He went winless last year despite winning the All-Star race. But today, he got the job done, and he's officially punched his ticket to the playoffs. It was a big moment for the 12 team, and he did the exact same thing that Joseph Newgarden did when he won the Indianapolis 500 yesterday. Celebrates on the front stretch and then went straight into the crowd and embraces all the fans there on the front stretch. And of course, he normally likes to give away a little checkered flag to a little kid, whether it's a fan of his or anybody else. He's just a well-liked driver. It was just a great day for Ryan Blaney. A lot of big storylines, a lot of things, a lot of guys that were good fell to the wayside. Some had some big rallies. But of course, there will be another big storyline talking about what happened late at the end of Stage 2 regarding the Chase Elliott Denny Hamlin incident. And we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow regarding any possible points, penalties, or maybe no Chase Elliott at Gateway. But that's not my call. That's going to be a big talking point tomorrow, and it'll be up to NASCAR to make the decision. But really fun day at the Coke 600. But as you can tell, I'm tired. I'm about ready to hit the hay. But I want to thank you all so much for watching this racing vlog of my experience at the Coke 600. I had a blast. I look forward to coming back in the fall for the Roval race, and I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Once again, congrats to Ryan Blaney. And as I close out this video, let's also take a moment to remember what today was really most important about Memorial Day, honoring the men and women. For those that we lost, we honor and remember you. So without further ado, thank you for watching, and happy Memorial Day.